हेलो दोस्तों, आज की वीडियो में मैं आपको बताऊंगी कि बीए फोर्थ सेमेस्टर के इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर को जो आपकी परीक्षा की दृष्टि से बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट है। चलिए देखते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर पहला। व्हाट इज मीन्ड बाय पिंजर, हु इज पूरो बिथ्रोट टू। एंड चलिए देखते हैं आंसर। इन पंजाबी पिंजर मीन्स स्केलेटन। सो फार एज वन कैन गेस the meaning of Pinjar, the novel and the movie should be skeleton only. But an interesting thing is that in Hindi, the language in which the film was made, a cage is called a pinjara or sometimes pinjar. Puro's own motherhood evokes a change of heart on her part. Out of this conflict of hate and love and hate, were born Hamida's son and Hamida's love for her husband Rashid. The maternal instincts Pritam suggest make Puro more accepting of Rashid. The novel was published in the year 1950. चलिए देखते हैं अगला क्वेश्चन। अगला क्वेश्चन है, What is Amrita Pritam famous for? Why did she leave her husband? चलिए देखते हैं आंसर। अमृता प्रीतम इज़ बेस्ट रिमेंबर्ड फॉर हर पोइगनेंट पोएम आजा आखा वारिस शाह नू एन एलजी टू द 18th century पंजाब पोएट an expression of her anguish over massacres of during the partition of India. It is believed that Amrita was deeply in love and was living to walk off her unhappy marriage, but Sahil Ludhianvi never committed himself to this relationship. Amrita was married at 16. It was left for painter Imroz to fill in the void in Amrita's life, but that was much better. Imroz was an artist whom she met nearly 63 years ago. The two never married but had to live in relationship for 40 years. चलिए देखते हैं अगला क्वेश्चन। अगला क्वेश्चन है, What is the significance of the title The Hunt by Mahasweta Devi, who named Draupadi and Draupadi? चलिए देखते हैं आंसर। The title of the story The Hunt signifies the human's attitude towards wildlife. Back then there were a lots of animals in the forest and humans used to kill them for their needs, but nowadays humans kill animals for fun. Surja Sahu's wife gave her the name Draupadi. Literary critic and translator Gayatri Spivak points out in her foreword to Draupadi that the two versions of her name means that either she cannot produce the Sanskrit one or that the tribalized form Draupadi is the proper name of the ancient Pandav wife. चलिए देखते हैं अगला क्वेश्चन। How does Vimla describe herself? What happens at the end of the home and the word? चलिए देखते हैं आंसर। Vimla herself admits in the course of the novel that she had a dark complexion and lacked physical beauty. Yet she was fortunate enough to get married into the Jamindar's house. Vimla was married to Nikhil because of some good astrological qualities in her, and it was predicted that she would turn out to be an ideal wife. Towards the end of the book, Sandeep convinces Bimla to steal from her husband Nikhil. While in the act of stealing 6,000 rupees, she comes to a realization of the terrible crime she is committing. I could not think of my house as separate from my country. I had robbed my house. I had robbed my country. This is the end of the novel, The Home and the World. चलिए देखते हैं अगला क्वेश्चन। अगला क्वेश्चन है, गिव अ शॉर्ट नोट ऑन जयशंकर प्रसाद आंसू गार्डन ऑफ लोनलीनेस। चलिए देखते हैं आंसर। इन द गार्डन ऑफ लोनलीनेस presents the reader with her translation into English, one of the masterpiece of modern Hindi literature. This masterpiece is Jaishankar Prasad's Aansu. The imagery throughout the long poem, 190 stanzas, is of a desperate love felt by the poet for a sweetheart who has somehow left him or deserted him. The setting is in a beautiful garden, made desolate by the absence of the beloved. As the introduction indicates, the desperation of separation can be mythologized into a universal longing of the soul for God or of the modern person's quest for contact with the spirit beyond the existential loneliness of the materialism of the contemporary world view. चलिए देखते हैं अगला क्वेश्चन है ब्रीफली डिस्क्राइब द मेजर थीम ऑफ भीष्म साहिनीज अमृतसर आ गया। चलिए देखते हैं आंसर। द ट्रेन हैज़ रीच्ड अमृतसर ट्रांसलेटेड फ्रॉम द ओरिजिनल टेक्स्ट अमृतसर आ गया इज़ अ वेल नोन स्टोरी ऑफ भीष्म साहिनी। इट प्रेजेंट्स द सिनेरियो ऑफ द इंडो-पाक partition. After the announcement of partition, the author has made successful attempt in realizing the spirit of communalism in his story. The train has reached Amritsar. The communalism that was burning in the heart of the people at the time of partition come in the form of riot. In this story, author has made a close observation how a train coming out a city in present-day Pakistan through different stations to reach Amritsar is faced with tensions and controversies during the train journey by small incidents. As the train moves forward, the tension increases. The ridicule and abuse of Hindu travelers by some Pathan travelers is prominently featured in the story. The tragedy of partition affected millions of people not only the emotions and ideological plane but also on psychological and spiritual level. Partition related short stories magnity the riots, arson, killing, looting, abduction and rape during the partition. Hey guys, if you want more videos like this, let me know in the comment section. Follow for more and subscribe my channel.